No? Anybody else around?
Okay.
You guys know?
Was Idiot not around? I swore he was.
He was earlier.
Call him. Doesn't seem like he's around.
I think this is it.
fine.
Kevin's not gonna be around, right, Poe?
Kevin is not gonna be around.
You wanna start it, AK?
Yeah, okay, guys. We haven't had an opportunity to kind of like sit down and talk, all of us, for a while now, and there's been some shit that's happened, so we kind of figured that could be a good time to do that. I'm kind of pressed on time, but I'll be here for as long as I can, and then I'm a dip if things go too long. Yeah, like I'm sure you guys are aware of kind of the back and forth that's been had with our business and some of these properties, and there's been some problems between different members in the crew. We've tried to deal with this, like it's been a back and forth, and we've tried to accommodate and solve this situation, but we've kind of reached a point where we figure it's unsolvable on one end. I mean, the TLDR is that Kevin is out. We gave him an option to come to this meeting and kind of join in and see if we could resolve this, but he by choice didn't show up, so that you know, he's done basically. The properties have been moved over, so we're in possession of them again. The business, same. So no problems there. We're going to be doing some changes. I think currently the business is on Mike. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And we're gonna move that business over to Ming eventually, but he can't hold it right now. We've acquired the property again. We have this property is under us now. So everything is sorted. I know there was some issues with Kevin with some spreadsheet shit and some other stuff too, Aurier, which is what I was going to talk to you about. But seeing as that's no longer relevant, yeah, that's why I texted you in the first place. But
he actually gave it back to me, so it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that sums up that part pretty good. No, for is there other shit on it?
No, I mean that's really it. You know, like tried to have a meeting with him. He didn't want to show up by choice. So yesterday when I took the properties off him, it was pretty much telling me like, yo, forehead, where you gonna blood me out? Where you gonna do this? I'm like, listen, you know, people tend to make choices or decisions when they're heated that they might regret. So I told him, listen, think about it until tomorrow. We'll have a meeting about it, like at this time, if you wanna be around. And Poe basically told me like he doesn't wanna be around by choice. So it is what it is, you know? If he doesn't want to make it work, then it's not going to work.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. Obviously, we don't want Kevin to go, but we can't, you know, it's not a daycare. We can't prop up people for them. But it needs to be said, though, like, we don't expect everybody in this gang to get along with everyone all the time. Everyone here's an adult, and you know, you're held to certain standards. There might be people that you don't like or actions that you don't agree with, but we expect everybody to cooperate. And if you can't do that, then you know, that's on you. I mean, and it's the same thing, like, you know, bantering with each other or fucking stoking the fire towards each other, whatever. Who cares? It's part of the life to a certain extent, obviously. But when the gang has to start getting involved and you know, it's hurting our money and stuff like that, then it's kind of a different question too. With that said, though, like, I expect all y'all to not create problems unnecessarily, because if it ends up on my table or Ford's table or Ming's table for bullshit reasons, then I don't know, it's gonna get to a point for me where I take off the kid gloves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Understood.
Anybody got any questions? Anything you want to say?
I know we want to own the properties in Little Soul. Is that going to be a problem with Kevin still owning those properties?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I know a lot of you guys. Like, I know Mike's in business with him. I know you work at a lot of the places, like the mechanic shop and stuff. So I don't know. It just depends how this, you know what I'm saying? It depends how things end. We'll see. I don't know yet. It's a good question though.
Yeah, I mean, we also have kind of the other issue where Kevin wakes up later. So I don't know if we'll even be able to resolve any of those things. To be honest, I guess we'll see.
But when it comes to like gang assets, like everything's we got it back, you know, and anything that was in his name, we got back. But he does own like 4 businesses in our turf, so that's another. We'll deal with that when it comes to, you know,
All right, so whose name is the noodle shop under?
Mike.
Mike,
That's my dog.
it's gonna end up on Ming though.
That's also my dog.
And to be clear, if anybody's wondering why that it's gay, it's maybe specifically you, Mike, since you're working with it. It has nothing to do with ownership per se. It's more so that after all this shit went down, we kind of decided that any key assets will be owned by either me, Ming, or Forehead, just to avoid
no,
any type of issues.
I would recommend that 100%. Like I originally, when it was given to Kevin, I suggested Forehead multiple times because it made sense to me. So it's not.
Yeah, Forehead had it at one point, but I think.
No, I never.
Wait,
I
no,
never did.
never mind. I'm capping. Sorry, I'm capping. Yeah, I mean that's basically it. But like, I don't know, guys. It's also like when it comes to these kind of things. I know you approach me, Future, and you want to talk to me about some stuff, and I get that sometimes maybe it feels like shit isn't being like handled, or like we're not talking to parties involved with certain things. I'm not saying that people feel that way, but if you're feeling that way, the way I do shit is a bit differently. So I'm not gonna. As soon as there's a problem, I'm not going to call for a meeting and have everybody involved to discuss and put in their voice. Because to be honest, not every voice on every subject matters all the time. It's just how it has to be handled sometimes. That's why this kind of shit was just we tried to deal with it with the parties involved, and obviously we couldn't like really reach a resolution. What we were planning to do is have Kevin here, and then we were all going to talk together. Like that was the last kind of resort. We wanted Kevin to approach this meeting, and we wanted everybody involved, including you guys, to weigh in, like as a final kind of thing. And obviously, he didn't want to do that, so here we are. But like I said, we're all adults. Like we're not gonna try, beg somebody to fucking stay in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Anybody got some food or anything? I'm fucking starving.
Yeah, I do.
Now, is there anything else we need to talk about while we're here? There is some. Was there weed shit? Was that something that was relevant to talk about now or?
I mean, kind of dealt with that stuff already. But pretty much what it comes down to is McGregor's group, the other group on our turf, is really not selling much weed. I basically spoke to them. I said, yo, you guys ain't really slinging much. I gave them some ways to fix it. I told them I would send people their way, the people that want to sell for us, we don't have space for them. But if it carries on like this, and then in a week or two's time, they're still not really buying much weed, we're gonna have to replace them, basically. And that
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. The shit that he said, I didn't fuck with it really, to be honest.
So yeah, more than likely we'll have to replace them. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Give it like a week's time.
Do we have any prospects for that? Like, is there anyone that could be interested that you know?
I know Pluto's gang was interested, and they pushed a lot of weed in the past. So.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely find crews that will want to push weed here.
Okay. Yeah. So you're saying we give it a week then, yeah?
Yeah, we give them a little bit of
So
time.
until next Friday.
Yeah, basically we gave them the warning, like, yo, we boys better step up your game. We'll give them a bit of time, and if they don't, then we have to replace them. That's really what it boils down to,
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's basically. Also, guys, it's Friday, so we're collecting 15k from everybody. I've already collected from some of y'all. If you haven't given me money yet, make sure to send me money, because I'm gonna go to bed after this. So send it to my bank. It's 5191. Write it down if you forget. And if you do send me money, let me know, either by text or put it in the transaction, preferably. But it needs to happen after this meeting. That's it for me, I think. So unless you want me to be here for something else for Dama Dip, and then if you guys want to talk about other shit, do that.
Yo, it's Yeedy as well with the 4 months.
All good.
Nobody got anything?
Okay.
No questions, nothing?
Wait, the mechanic shop. You know how we spoke about
Speak
that?
up.
Do we have any? Oh, I have to.
Oh, that
Are you
mechanic
good now?
shop.
You good now?
Yeah,
Good now?
that one. Do we have like? Do we need to do anything for that? You need me to do anything just
Well,
in case?
we're not
since
gonna
we've
run
lost
it.
the
We're not
build?
gonna run it through Kevin's space anymore, obviously.
Of course, yeah, of course. 100%.
So I think what we might do is I'll speak to Ming. We might open up Ming's warehouse as a mechanic shop.
Yeah, Ming
Yeah,
was talking
I
to me
fuck-
about that yesterday.
I think his warehouse would go crazy.
It's
But
perfect.
if we could
to
ever
be
get
honest.
one in, if we could get one in Little Seoul, it'd be better for foot traffic. But Ming's warehouse, I think, is the best vibe we have. Like
That place is in fucking Beijing. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it is, but it's
it's-
like you're not wrong, but it is a good option. I think. Like, you got the
Yeah, definitely.
the doors and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, if you need me to do anything on that, I can, because yeah, it's a shame we lost the building in Little Seoul, but it is what it is.
When it comes down to the farm and stuff, it's all like you said you had that one guy that's gonna.
Okay, so what I need to do is I have to have a meeting with this guy named Asher. I'm gonna bargain him down and buy all of the seeds we need. It's probably gonna end up being a figure like 100, 150k to get all of them, right? Kevin was gonna charge 100k for one seed, and this guy's gonna charge us, I'm gonna guess, maybe like 10 to 15k per seed. So we'll get all the ones we need. I will duplicate one of them, a radish seed, and give it to Lavius, who is going to farm from the noodle shop from now on. I'll charge him for it, and then I'll give all of the seeds we get to really whoever wants to use them. Poe, Smitty, whoever.
Yeah,
And then we can start again.
If you get the seeds, I'll start up the farm again.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and
where are
then-
you guys gonna farm?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the
I'm gonna
question.
try to get Kevin's businesses back off him at the
Well, I was talking to Ford, AK, and Mike about this. We could just use the warehouse because half of it's not even being fucking used.
Yeah, of course. We
Yeah,
can still use
I
the
mean,
warehouse for now.
Listen, we could use the warehouse, but if we have another option, we would prefer to not.
I'm
Do
gonna be
it.
honest.
Yeah,
I would
don't-
rather not use me personally. I'd rather keep the warehouse, the gang's warehouse.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
But,
we could easily get a place in Jamestown if we really
But
need it. So we
I
can
can
talk
get
to
I can
Vegas.
get I can get you. I have a place. On Kevin on the plaza,
Yeah.
Kevin's
Yeah.
old crypto shit. That's ours now.
Oh,
That,
the
was
Hubble.
that was gang's property. So you can use that if you want.
Yeah. Are we gonna try to get the other plaza buildings off him?
But, I mean, that's the thing.
Obviously
it's
in due
theirs. It's
time.
his now.
It is his, but it's in,
Yeah.
So I kind of want to talk to you after, but we'll talk about it.
I think another big problem that's gonna come out of this is like how we're gonna deal with those businesses. You know what I mean? Like I think it'd be a waste of a fucking. It's not tough. We should definitely have a hand in all those businesses. You know what I mean? But
I mean,
Yeah.
have we talked if he wants to sell the property?
builds of
That's
her with the
something-
12 months.
Yeah, he
so
would
much-
sell it to us if we paid him for it, like what he got out of it. I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I just need to talk to you guys.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, if he's willing to do that, I think we should be open
I
to that.
think
no?
I'm not 100% sure, but I assume so.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. On my end, so far, sure, Kevin fucked up a bit, but he's been very good about how he left. So, he's
Yeah.
given us back all the properties. There's been no problem. So don't start shit where there's no shit to be started. I think.
Hmm.
That I mean, that's for everyone to take in. But yeah, like I said, if he's willing to sell those properties at retail value, we should consider buying them. I think.
100%.
But maybe you can talk to him about that then, since you're around when he is, I presume. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to talk to him.
Okay. All right. Okay, I got to go now, guys. But it was good seeing you all at the same table. And yeah, just make sure to send over the money. And if you guys ever need to talk to me, just call me. Peace.
Alright, big dog.
Peace.
All right.
Anything else?
I hear. Yeah, we're good. I think.